Hello everyone, welcome to ESL Proficiency. Writing can be a challenging thing to do for some people, especially the ones who need high scores in exams like IELTS or TOEFL. Well, the good news is writing has clear rules. In this video and the next three, we discuss 4 rules that you should follow to improve your writing quality. Rule number 1. No clutter. You might ask, what is clutter? To better understand the meaning, let's take a look at 3 pictures. What do you see? What do these pictures have in common? Well, these rooms or desks are cluttered, disorganized, or messy. Could you find your stuff easily if you were in these rooms? Of course not. Well, sometimes our writing is like these rooms too. We just write words after words, trying hard to make everything clear by adding more and more words. But adding more words doesn't necessarily mean our work is of high quality. So first things first, learn how to declutter your work and make it well organized. Now, let's work on a few examples to learn how decluttering works. Example number 1. The people who were watching the match from the bleachers were all repeatedly shouting the name of the person who was the captain of the team. Now, what do you think is wrong with this sentence? Pause the video and think about the ways that you can declutter this long sentence. Keep in mind that the aim is to make it shorter without significant changes to the meaning. And here is the answer. The spectators were chanting the name of the team's captain. Now, which one is better? The shorter one is much easier to understand and therefore much better. So, what did we do here? Number 1. We used precise vocabulary instead of long groups of words. For example, instead of writing the people who were watching the match, we wrote spectators. And we replaced repeatedly shouting with chanting. Number 2. We used as few words as possible. In our example, we replaced the person who was the captain of the team with the team's captain. Simply put, we tried to be concise. Being concise is all about delivering as much information as possible with as few words as possible. If you had the chance to deliver your message with a word instead of a long phrase, always go with the word. This way, your work's coherence score goes up. If you are wondering what coherence is, you should know that we are going to discuss it thoroughly in another video. Now let's look at another example. People should stop eating processed foods to avoid heart diseases. Eating junk food is not good for people's hearts. Again, pause the video and find out what is wrong with this one. And here is the answer. People should avoid eating processed foods to avoid heart diseases. As you can see, the second sentence is deleted. Why? Because it just repeats the same idea as the first sentence without adding anything. Both sentences are saying fast food is bad for your heart and nothing more. So, one is enough. You can delete the first sentence and go with the second one if you like, no problem. So what happened here? We got rid of unnecessary repetition of ideas. In other words, we avoided redundancy or needless repetition of ideas or words. Let's take a look at 3 more examples to better understand what redundancy is. Before I correct them, please pause the video and try to correct them yourself. Basic fundamentals of design. How do we correct this one? The answer is fundamentals of design. The words basic and fundamentals say the same thing, so it was just redundant and we got rid of it. Next example. They shouted loudly. What about this one? The answer is They shouted. Well, if you say someone is shouting, you mean they are saying something very loudly, so we don't need to add the adverb loudly. And here is our final example. She finished the job completely. Well, you have two options here. She did the job completely, and the second one, she finished the job. But which one is better? Yes, the second one is better because it uses fewer words. Remember, being concise is all about using as few words as possible to deliver the message. Basically, anything unnecessary in your writing makes it cluttered. Try to get rid of them so that your work looks nicer and organized. In our next video, we're going to discuss rule number 2. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit subscribe for more and feel free to comment. See you in the next one.